we pause for a second or two. This is episode 162, Pausing Mid-Adrenaline. We have arrived at our goal. For quite some time now, at least the last year, perhaps for longer than that, we have been working towards this day. Today is the 5th of November, the day of the American elections. And this day has been our goal. We have arrived at our goal. So today we are, so to speak, on top of the mountain. We have climbed and climbed until we now have reached the top. And now we are standing there at the top, not knowing what to feel. Just feeling disbelief. We are finally at our goal. We are finally at the top. One feeling, however, that we do share today, regardless of what we are thinking, is that all of us today are filled with adrenaline. Our bodies are deeply affected by adrenaline. It is a very strong feeling. It is a very profound state of being. And today's episode is called Pausing Mid-Adrenaline. So today we pause for a second or two and take this opportunity to reflect upon what such a moment such as this is good for. Why is the adrenaline there? Why do we have so much adrenaline running through our bodies right now? So if we first look at adrenaline in itself, what does it do to us? How does it make us feel? So if we go from head to feet, from top to bottom, it makes our head feel dizzy. It makes our eyes want to close. It makes our lips dry, our mouth dry. It can ache in our throats. We can have almost like a pressure pushing inwards in our ears. Our shoulders might ache from being tense. We have pulled up our shoulders. Our heart is beating. This is primary. Our heart is beating strongly, heavily. We feel heavy-hearted. Our heart is really at the center of our experience when we have so much adrenaline in our body. Our breathing is heavy. It's more difficult to breathe normally. Our breathing can feel shallow. Our diaphragm might be restless or vibrating, worried. Our back can ache, like we want to arch our back. Our stomach might ache. We might have difficulty eating or feel we want to binge eat. Our hands might be cold. We might need to go to the bathroom more frequently than usual. We might feel a bit weak at the knees. Our feet might also feel cold. And overall, our muscles throughout our body might feel tense or aching. So, what is this good for? Why do we feel like this in our body when we have so much adrenaline? So all of these responses, all of these physical sensations are there to make us ready for great and rapid change. So first let us talk about the opposite of this state of mind. If we would have little or no adrenaline throughout our bodies, being very calm on a calm day, then it would be easy to do detailed work, very fine-tuned, detailed work. But on a day such as today, when we have a lot of adrenaline in our body, we are ready for coarse work, for rapid and great change. And this is what adrenaline is there for. It is there so that we are ready in case something great and rapid happens. So today is not about any fine tuning. Today is simply about being ready for anything. Being ready for potentially violence. Being ready for potentially a great sense of lost control. That is what today is about, to be ready. That is why we have adrenaline in our bodies. That is why we feel like we feel today. So when we pause today, pausing mid-adrenaline, we pause and recognize that it is for the best to feel like this today. Some days we just need to be ready for something great. And this is such a day. So if we had any plans of doing detailed work of any kind, we will probably make mistakes there. That is to expect. And in general, that today is a day of readiness. And it makes a difference to pause for a second or two and make friends with our adrenaline. It makes a difference. Yes, my heart is beating heavily. Yes, I am feeling dizzy. Yes, my throat is dry. Yes, I'm having difficulty collecting my thoughts. And it is supposed to be that way. Today is a day of readiness. It makes a difference to pause and recognize that nothing is awry. Everything is as it's supposed to be, even when it feels unpleasant. Making friends with our physical sensations during adrenaline, mid-adrenaline, it makes the difference that things would otherwise go out of control. It makes a difference being friends with this unpleasant state of being. The difference is between being able to think a little or being able to think not at all. That's where the difference lies. Today is not a day to be perfect. Today is a day to be good enough. And good enough is reached when we pause for a second or two and make friends, or at least try to make friends with adrenaline. That way, adrenaline may flow through our bodies, doing its thing, and we still can do at least some tasks, at least good enough. And also, it comes down to that these days of adrenaline, are also the days when we feel at our most alive. So today is a day when all people feel some kind of connection through this aliveness, through this adrenaline. We are all in the same boat, so to speak, when it comes to this sensation. It is a sensation of great unity, adrenaline. In the face of adrenaline, in the face of this great readiness for change, we are the same. It's a very central part of experiencing our life. We get one life, this is it, and we are in the midst of something interesting. We have reached our goal. It is today. We are at a turning point. It has been one way, and then we have today, and then in one sense it will feel like another way. Because we have passed our goal. We will negotiate a new goal. We will start building something new. We are in the midst of living our lives. And being in such a central position as today, it makes us feel alive. And we are the same in this state of adrenaline. Our hearts are beating, and this is it. That's it for today. Thank you.